So we've established the fact that there's three types of problems that a product or service solves in order for the prospect for that product or service to reach their end desire. So let's talk a little bit more about these three different types of problems and then relate them over to how we would actually use these problems, these external, internal, and philosophical problems in order to create our messaging for our marketing and for our advertising. So as we stated in a previous video, there are three types of problems that your avatar, that your potential prospect has with regard to your product or service. Your product or service is the thing that solves these problems. So what you need to do in your marketing is talk to the problems right up front. And you need to be able to do this in such a way so that it actually really gets people to feel and understand and sort of enter the conversation that's going on already in their head, and then be able to promote or to gently serve up your product or service as a solution. So as a reminder or just a refresher, three types of problems are external, number two is internal, and last but not least, number three is philosophical. So we're going to use today an example of a customer at Tier 11 who is the owner of a money sending app. They have, it's a great app. It competes against, PayPal and MoneyGram and TransferWise, and it's specifically for a type of currency in a South American country. Their target market, which we found through our research, which we'll do lots of videos on that here on this channel, is actually in the EU, located in the EU, in Europe and Eastern and Western Europe. But the most important thing to remember here is this is a very specific niche inside a larger niche. So it's very important for the messaging for this advertising campaign to really speak to that avatar, to call it out, because they are embedded within a very large group of people who transfer money regularly to friends and family all throughout the country. You probably have an app just like this on your phone where you transfer money to friends and family when you owe them money. This is actually done through an app where people are overseas or maybe have moved away from this South American country and then want to send money back to help out their friends and family. So when we started to put together their messaging, we went really deep into all three problems here. So if we really look at the three individual problems, the external problem, the number one thing really is that they just need to send money, right? I need to get money from here in Western Europe back to the South American country. Plain and simple. But if you really break this down, there's actually objections within that actual problem in your messaging that actually makes the most difference when it's presented in front of the ideal prospect. So in this particular case, they had concerns about, is it safe? Is it secure? Will it get there? Is it reliable? So as you can see, there's problems to solve within each individual problem. How you bring this all together with messaging is what we'll discuss in this video and in follow-up videos. And also, last but not least, most important one is this app actually going to waste my time? Am I going to be able to do this in a matter of seconds, or is it something that's going to take me a half hour, an hour, spend an hour on chat, or customer service, like on hold? All those things are really, really important. So sending the money is the external problem, right? But even embedded within that external problem, you have individual problems that you can then solve in your ad copy and in your writing and in your videos and in your images, which is exactly what we did for this particular customer. So the next one is internal problems, okay? We already covered external. Let's get into the internal problems here, okay? I'm sending money overseas, and the reason why is a lot of these people, through our research, through our Creative Lab Deep Dives research, they feel sort of a sense of guilt of being away from their family. They feel that they need to provide for that family. Okay? They also have this sense that they're no longer close to their loved ones, and they want to feel closer to those loved ones by sending them money, by helping to support them. So all of these are a little bit deeper. These are much more internal problems. These are things that you need to be very careful with your messaging when you create your advertising and create your marketing through your video, through your images, especially through your ad copy. Now, all of these are just sort of the baseline for your messaging. You could have really good ads and ad copy and very effective marketing just using the first two here. But the third factor, which when you roll in this philosophical problem, that's when things really start to resonate. And that's one of the reasons why we 7x this company's revenues and downloads and registrations, and really to set them on a trajectory for a tremendous amount of success, because we combined external, internal, but we also included philosophical problems. And this one is usually, as I said in previous videos, includes the word should. So every person should be able to provide for their family. Every person should be able to help those in need. And that message, in combination with the external and the internal problems in their copy and in their messaging, is what really made all the difference here. So a little bit more, in the weeds here, a little bit more tactical as far as three problems. We sort of talked about those in broad terms in previous videos. But if you can actually figure out what's going on in your avatars, in your prospect's head, what they're thinking, not just the solution. Like, all companies do this. Every marketing company on the planet talks about external problems. All right, you can watch any TV commercial, right? You have a dirty floor, Swiffer makes your floor clean. Well, it also helps you relax and sitting on the couch and enjoying time with your wife. That's sort of an internal problem. Those are the good ones. Most of the ones that just talk about the external problems and solve them are not as effective advertising. And you'll see this sort of, now that you're aware of these sort of three different things, most of these ads will hit on external problems, maybe touch on the internal problems just a little bit, but very rarely hit on philosophical problems. And if you can combine all three of those in your messaging and your marketing, you are going to have a very effective ad campaign and be able to scale and grow your business. So if you found this video helpful, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this one on how to acquire more customers for your brand and enhance lifetime value. Till the next video, talk to you soon.